It means labor code are not benefiting the workers. The labor codes are benefiting the owners. USA wants to bend Iran. Iran is an eyesore for them in the Middle East. If they can control Iran, they can control entire Middle East and oil. Election should be viewed as a class war. It is part of the class war. Point is this women's reservation bill itself what Modi government has tried to bring at the fag end when elections are declared, elections are going on, and that time they have tried to bring it, and itself is now whatever has happened, they introduced in the parliament, it has fallen, and it is known because it is constitutional amendment, and it requires 2/3 for the support of the member present there. Now 2/3 support they do not have. Then why they introduce? In not only women's reservation bill, along with that they tagged this increasing the number of the MPs, because I feel it's a high time. Population has exploded like anything, so more number of MPs are required. So from 543, they want to increase the number to 850. On that issue also, many states, particularly southern states, are very much opposed to. They clubbed both. They wanted to bring a common bill, and now it has fallen through because they do not have 2/3 majority. Knowingly bringing, now our Honorable Prime Minister addresses the nation and is pointing out the women's reservation bill is our desire. We wanted to bring it. We wanted to empower the women of the country. But the opposition parties they are opposed to it. Congress, CPI, CPM, DMK, ADM, all are dead opposed to it. So because of that, they are against women. This way, Prime Minister of the country is painting the opposition. Does it in any way talk of any model code of conduct? It is a gross violation of model code of conduct. And who is going to serve notice on the Prime Minister? Absolutely can do anything. And it goes without challenging. Election Commission has become a pakka rubber stamp. As the agent of the ruling dispensation, ruling party, they will not serve notice at all. And not the Supreme Court. Nobody is there. Because all the democratic institutions, now they have become the rubber stamp of the ruling dispensation. They are under the control of the government, managed by BJP and RSS. Now whatever they do, it goes on. So the point is, they have brought this bill only to condemn the opposition parties because the elections are pending now. It is there in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is over now, 23rd. Now it is there in Bengal still pending. 23rd, one portion is over, another portion is on 29th. To influence the voters in Bengal, the Prime Minister of the country is very unfortunately, very shamelessly utilizing the media and condemning this in gross violation of the model code of conduct. Secondly, it is not only model code of conduct, it is a violation of the privileges of the elected members of the parliament. It is a breach of privilege. Whatever has happened within the parliament, the Prime Minister cannot come out and start condemning. They have exercised their right. Opposition party is democracy. In a democracy, whatever may be the reasons, they have got every right to place any viewpoint there. They have placed their viewpoint for their own reasons. Not that Congress or CPI, CPM, they are opposed to women's reservation bill. They are not opposed to it. But the way BJP has brought, they are opposed to it. I am not talking about our viewpoint. In our viewpoint, we do not believe in this type of reservation. Even if we give reservation to women and increase the number of women MPs, that is not going to benefit the women folk of the country. They are oppressed lot. They are sexually abused. The only guarantee is that women should be empowered through education and job. Education, employment, both should be ensured for them. And secondly, there should be a cultural revolution, that the patriarchal mindset is changed. For that, require great ideas to be taught to both boys and girls in childhood. We believe in that. From our point of view, we are not at all for any such women's reservation. Increasing number, because it's not going to help. We are having a president of the country. She is from the tribal community. She is the president. She is all power she is having. But when Hathras, there is attack on the tribal women, raped and killed, what the president of the country is doing? Why the president is not having any powers? And earlier also we had SC president. We are having this type of people. There are umpteen number of SCs. They are from Dalit community. Are they able to prevent any Dalit killings or Dalits being ridiculed or Dalit being humiliated? Increasing number of MPs or MLAs is not going to solve any problem, let alone these Dalits or Muslims. What about women? There are many number of women MPs, many number of women MLAs in various state assemblies. But oppression of women is going on. The abuse of women is going on. Rapes are going on. Not a single woman is raising her voice in the parliament or in the assembly. Some women raise from political point of view. If it is a BJP in power, then Congress women will raise voice. If Congress is in power, BJP women will raise voice. It is political, nothing to do with gender oppression. So, there is no point in this kind of reservation. In no way it is going to help. It is only to gather votes, women's vote. Other than that, there is nothing in this. Is our stand. But I don't think Congress, CPI, CPM, they carry a straight stand. They are also for women's reservation. Given the opportunity, even they will vote for it. But right now, they have not voted. For their own consideration, elections are in process. They know that BJP has introduced only keeping the votes in mind. So naturally, whatever for political consideration, they have got every right. They have opposed. When they have opposed in the floor of the parliament, the prime minister of the country cannot come out and condemn them. It is a breach of privilege. It is not at all according to the parliamentary laws or privileges of the MPs. And the prime minister is supposed to be prime minister of the country. He is not prime minister of a particular party. He is the prime minister, but many times he forgets. He is the prime minister. He talks like a BJP spokesman. He talks like a RSS spokesperson. Unfortunately, this has been established in the country now. The prime minister speaks like a BJP and RSS man. He does not like a prime minister of the country. As a democracy in a democratic country. This is a very, very unfortunate thing. Actually, there are two things connected with the war. One is the cause of war, another is the aim of a particular war. War to war, there are particularities and differ from war to war. But the cause of wars, according to great Lenin, he pointed out that imperialism inevitably generates wars because there is a competition for market, and imperialism means their excess capital is there, they have to export, and all over the globe a market is shrinking. Naturally, to invest also, the imperialists are having their own rivalries. They want greater share of the world market, which keeps on shrinking. It is shrinking because the market is people's money is they are coming down, purchasing power. Naturally, this rivalry among the imperialist power, it generates war. That was the cause of war, what Lenin told. And second part is after the First World War. And after the First World War, as Stalin pointed out, and particularly as the founder, General Secretary of our party, SUCI Communist, Comrade Shivdas Ghosh pointed out, that all capitalist countries today are taking course to militarization of the economy. And particularly USA is very much militarized economy. Naturally, they have to either sell their armaments or they have to go for war. You can't keep on piling up the entire production. Unless they destroy it, they cannot have the factories running. So that is why Comrade Shivdas Ghosh told, peace is death for America. So one part of the world or other, there has to be a war. So imperialism really generates war. This particular war, if you ask, definitely is a well-known fact that the imperialist powers always are interested in the Central Asia, Middle East countries because of the oil. And already they have attacked Venezuela, they have kidnapped the elected president and the wife, midnight operation they have conducted, and now they are after Iran. because Iran has been a very eyesore for them. Iraq also a very big eyesore. They somehow finished that Saddam Hussein. Now they have attacked Iran, and they are facing the this thing, the backlash from not only Iran only, entire world. There is a backlash. Even within the US also, there is opposition. So this particular aim of war, definitely USA wants to bend Iran. Iran is an eyesore for them in the Middle East. If they can control Iran, they can control entire Middle East and oil. And that has become very much important for the USA. What you are telling in this economic crisis, precisely for overcoming the economic crisis only, they are going for war. Without war, there is no survival for the imperialist country, that too particularly the chieftain of America. And that too they are having a rivalry with China. China is giving a very tough competition to the US in the market. Naturally, this particular aim of war for USA is bend this Iran, who is not bending at all. There is a very, very big failure for the USA. Even now, they are in a very, very miserable condition. And the whole world is opposed to this war. Actually, the Indian position is very, very, they are trying to milk both the cows. They are trying to use this situation for the benefit of Indian capitalism. That's what precisely they are doing. They are trying to utilize the contradiction. There is contradiction between America and Iran. Actually, India herself has become, according to our party analysis, India herself is becoming an imperialist power. Though it is not power, that kind of imperialist power like the G7 or G8, but it is very much advanced. It is an imperialist cover now. Naturally, they are more and more oriented towards the G8 countries. So, their friendship with America is growing. Also, at the same time, their affinity with Israel is growing. Once upon a time, India stood with the northern countries. They stood firmly with Egypt, then with Palestine. They supported the Palestine struggle. They stood with the Soviet socialist camp. That time they were very much opposed to America. And Indian freedom struggle is a very glaring example. It was a very militantly fought anti-imperialist struggle. In that struggle, Indian people are very much anti-imperialist. So also they were siding with the Palestinian people. They sided with the Vietnamese people. Everywhere, wherever there was imperialist oppression, the Indian government earlier was siding with the oppressed people, not with the imperialist powers. But unfortunately, India herself is more and more leaning towards becoming an imperialist power. So they are siding more and more with the USA and with Israel. As such, they are very much, the present regime is very much anti-Muslim. We all know that. That's why they are siding with Israel, which is also very much anti-Muslim and anti-Arab. So, there the present regime is combining with Israel and combining with the USA also. But a very shameful thing is, America is many times bashing Indian government. Even then, shamelessly, the Indian government sides with the USA without condemning the USA. Even 2 days back, he made a comment. This Trump, the terrorist, greatest terrorist on earth today, that Trump made a comment that India is a hellhole. What kind of a derogatory comment he has made, and that is condemned by Iran. Iran took the first step to condemn America for such a derogatory statement against India. After much opposition from India, then very lately this Indian government took a stand against this and condemned America. So this is a very, very shameful thing, and it is a blot on the anti-imperialist struggle of the country. This is the situation. No, the point is, for long now the Indian monopoly houses as well as the multinational companies, they have been demanding of the government of India to repeal all the labor laws, because labor laws are going to cause some loss for them, according to them. So they are wanting maximization of profit. And for that reason, they want all full powers to hire and fire, to kick out any worker at any time, and they do not want any permanent labor. So they have been after it, and for that reason, now for ease of doing business, that is the language. For ease of doing business, they have brought these 4 labor codes. And up to now, there were 29 labor laws. They were all hard fought and won by the working people of the country. 29 labor laws. To some extent, there was some protection for our labor. Now, they are removed and 4 labor codes are brought. And wide propaganda is made. Unfortunately, many even opposition party governments, they are also implementing these labor codes. Now, the government has made some rules. Last November itself, the central government has framed rules. And once rules are framed, the labor codes will come into operation. And they have claimed many things. That minimum wages will be guaranteed, then everybody will get one ID, then all benefits will be guaranteed to them, job security is there, and all these above things. They went on trumpeting. But what is the fact? What the fact is, just now in Noida, 40,000 workers took to the streets. Why they took to the streets? Because in Haryana, there was minimum wages was increased by the Haryana government to 20,000 rupees per month, and it was 13,000 in Noida. Now, saying this, the Noida government, these workers, they started boiling. In a neighboring state, you are able to pay 20,000. Why we are deprived? And that too, today, so much of price is there, inflation is there, uncontrolled inflation is there, and that too, war is going on, cooking gas, the rates are more than doubled, and such crisis there, economic crisis. But if Haryana government can give minimum 20,000, actually all our trade unions, 10 central trade unions, including our trade union, All India United Trade Union Center, AUTUC, for long we have been demanding to raise the minimum wages level. And that too for accruing this ESI, the minimum wages, this wages is 21,000. Up to 21,000 only, if your income is up to 21, you are eligible for ESI benefit. If it crosses 21, you cannot avail the ESI. So, big section of the working people, they are deprived of even benefits like ESI, PF, everything. Because of this thing, it is a very old 21,000. It was fixed long back. So, all our trade unions, we have been demanding, increase the level, increase the limit, up to which they can avail ESI. So, big section is deprived. Now, minimum wages also is extremely low. You can imagine 13,000. How a family can run today? And such price rise is there. So, when Haryana government increased, suddenly it broke out. 40,000 workers came to the streets. They are boiling. And what was the reaction of the Chief Minister of UP? He told it is the game plan of Pakistan. Pakistan is irritated. Then he understood it is very backfiring, because repeatedly thousands of workers taking the streets, even they were charged, baton charge was there, lathi charge was there. Finally, many workers are put behind bars, and there are many charges against them. They are put behind bars, there are charges on them. All this is there. Immediately, Yogi government retreated. And while retreating, they increased 1 or 2,000 more. Not the minimum, not at all minimum wages. Very less amount. They wanted to cool down the workers. But the entire country is boiling. It's not just Noida. Even in Gurgaon, or in Paresar, or in Sonipet, or in Bihar, or in this Rajasthan, everywhere the workers are boiling. And it will not be long before entire country will start boiling. The working people, they are in terrible mess, terrible stress. They cannot afford. Umpteen number of workers are committing suicide. They are not able to run their families. Very, very pathetic state of affairs. It is all because of the crisis of capitalism. Unless the capitalism is overthrown through a revolution and socialism established, there is no solution for this problem. But anyway, your question regarding the labor code is the actual response to the labor code. What has happened today in Noida or in Gurgaon is very much a after effect of the labor code. It means labor code are not benefiting the workers. The labor codes are benefiting the owners, and the owners are benefited. That has been the point of all our 10 central trade unions. Only BMS is not there in our part. 10 central trade unions, including ours, we have been very much opposed to the labor code and withdrawal of the labor laws. Now it is very much proved that the workers are deprived of their rights. Not only they are not getting minimum wages, even working hours have been increased from 8 to 12. And for that they will not get overtime. They are forced to work for 12 hours. Earlier, if they work more than 8 hours, they are supposed to pay double the rate. Now there is no double payment. There is no bonus also. That is another point. On one hand, they are enhancing the working hours. On the other, they are not increasing the minimum wages. Coupled these two, there was such wrath, so the workers were boiling. And this is going to be the feature all over the country today or tomorrow. I think the working class is pushed to the wall, and now they are coming out. I don't think it's only peculiar to India, it's all over the globe. Whatever happened in Israel, Pakistan, Palestine, the way Palestine people are butchered by the Israeli regiment, with the backing of US criminals, USA. So whatever has happened in Palestine, the way the people are butchered, they are evicted from their land. From that time onwards, we are finding that gradually movements are on the increase. Even the USA, lakhs and lakhs of people, millions are taking to the streets. No king. No king is the slogan raised in America. Against Trump, there cannot be a king. You should be a Democrat. You must listen to people's voice. That way people are raising voice. So all over the globe, it is not only in America, in Europe, in Middle Asia, or in Middle East, or in US, Asia. We have seen what happened in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal. There have been regime changes because of this outcome. But regime change within a democratic setup is not revolution. Unless there is revolution, unless working class state is established through a revolution, the miseries of the people cannot be ameliorated. Only positive sign is movements are growing. It is the movements will teach the working class. It is the movements which will ultimately give birth to the power of the people, alternative power of the people. It is the movements ultimately will give birth to the leadership of the masses, working class leadership. That is the only hope, and that way movements are growing. Even in India, the working people are pushed to the wall, and very, very unfortunately, those who call themselves left parties, they are simply drowned in election politics instead of taking to movement. They are not coming forward to build movements. Only now and then showpiece of movement they are conducting. There is no resistance movement against all anti-worker, anti-people policy. The unfortunately left has failed the people. We are the only left. Ours is the only party based on the great thoughts of Comrade Shivdas Ghosh. We are continuously trying our best. But we alone cannot do it. For that reason, united movement is a must. We are repeatedly appealing to other left parties. Please come forward, build up the mass movement. They require leadership. People are ready to outburst, but they want leadership. So the left parties must fill up that vacuum and lead the movements. Actually, as communists everywhere, the people of the country, of course, and in every country, election should be viewed as a class war. It is part of the class war. Now this election is conducted is a showpiece now. All over the globe, wherever elections are conducted, you can say very few places really democratic elections are present. And that too in India today, the election has become a farce. And there is so much of rigging going on. We all know about open rigging. Earlier there used to be booth capturing, then there was false voting, then purchase of votes, then spending for drinks or for some clothing, bribing the voters. All these things were there. It matters gone to the extent every voter paid 5,000, 10,000 rupees. This kind of thing, bribery is going on. All these type of things are there. On top of that, there was administrative rigging. That has been the study of our party and the study of our great Marxist thinker, Comrade Shivdas Ghosh, that there is administrative rigging, apart from all these things. And now we know about the EVM. About the EVM, its abuse, misuse, and even the EVM being manipulated. So many charges are there. And so many places, the results are just reverse to what is political study. And most of the papers have failed. They give the exit polls. Finally, the results are reversed. How it is resolved? Everybody has got question about the EVMs. In on top of all this thing, now the new thing has come, the SIR. What you are raised a question, special intensive revision. Very peculiarly, this is implemented from the time when the Election Commission has become a hand-picked man of the ruling dispensation. We all know that earlier there was a panel of the Prime Minister, then leader of opposition and the Supreme Court Chief Justice. This panel is to select the Election Commission. At least between the ruling party and the opposition party, there used to be a Chief Justice who is the neutral party. This type of thing, arrangement was there. Now suddenly a few months back, the central government has altered this. They have eliminated the Chief Justice, Supreme Court Justice. They have introduced one cabinet minister. Now two are the ruling party people and one is leader of opposition. Naturally, majority is the ruling party. And the hand-picked man is made as the election commissioner. The whole country is watching. So many complaints have come regarding this voters, many manipulations going on. The election commission is not at all taking action. It is simply favoring the ruling party at the center. Now in the midst of these things, special intensive revision is taken up. Now what they are telling? Actually, there are always this, formally these methods are always there. It is not that the voters list need not be revised. It has to be revised. And this procedure laid down. It is going on. Because so many people will be dying and there are newcomers, new voters, they have to be enrolled. And again, there is going to be migration also. All these things are always there. Normal procedure. Now suddenly they have told there are many infiltrators. So the infiltrators have removed. That's why they told special intensive revision. And that too it is brought particularly for Bihar election, then Haryana election, then Maharashtra election. They brought. Within a short time, 1 or 2 months, they are conducting and declaring we have completed. And lakhs of voters, their names are eliminated. Now we have found in West Bengal, 91 lakh voters' names are eliminated. Saying that these are all fake voters or ghost voters. And then finally, all are asked to produce record. And what record? Who made these rules? It is not the parliament. Now the administrative record is made. 2002 is taken as the cutoff year. If you have been a voter in 2002, now you need not produce any more document. If you are not a voter in 2002, then you are supposed to produce some document to prove your citizenship. Now see the fun. Election Commission has become the authority to decide who is a citizen or who is not a citizen. How this can be? And they say Aadhaar card is not enough to prove that you are a citizen. Then they are telling your birth certificate is required. Then your parents' birth certificate is required. Then some other certificate is required. In India, we know for years together, decades together, our people are very much backward. They are uneducated. They are illiterate also. Most of them do not have these records, neither birth certificate, nor SLC certificate, nor parent certificate, nothing is there. That means a big section of Adivasis, tribal people, then women, then Dalit section, very big section, they will be simply eliminated as voters. They are not voters. And the main thing is, whether in Bihar or in Bengal today, the main attack has been on the Muslim. Main attack is on the Muslim. Very big section of the names removed are from the Muslims. Now they say they are the infiltrators. They came last 10 to 12 years. Who is in power in the last 10 to 12 years? In nothing other than Modi government. Before that, it was Congress rule. Now you are ruling. How infiltrators have come? There is a Rohingya have come. They are sent out from Burma. They went to Bangladesh. From Bangladesh, they have entered into India. And they have migrated into Bengal. Now they enrolled themselves as voters. This is a cock and bull story they are telling. Fact is, under your very nose, this is going on. There is BSF, Border Security Force is there. Everything is under the central government. Then why you have not been able to stop the infiltration? These are all cock and bull story. These are in a way not only removal of voters who are not going to vote for you, who are voters of some other party, opposition party. At the same time, they are wanting to identify Muslims. They are preparing ground to see that they are pushed out of the country. This is a game plan of the RSS and BJP. So in the country today, what is required is people should consider it to be a class war. It is a war against the common people. It is not just a war on the Muslims. Even Adivasis, women, Hindu people, various caste people, Dalits or Adivasis, many of them will be removed from the enrollment as voters. They are going to lose their voting rights. So people have to take it as a challenge and build a massive movement to thwart this design of the ruling government.